And away we go. It is the Nightcap, brought to you by Galactic Fried Chicken, right here on BearcatJournal.com. As always, visit our good friends at www.galacticfriedchicken.com. Download the app for Android, iPhone, everything Galactic. Aaron, I spread the word of Galactic again today. I stopped down and I saw Shane this morning, grabbed a couple bags of Galactic, took it to the nurse's station in the ICU, and literally that's all they talked about all day. Where did that come from?
Yeah,
where can I get that? And all day, Galactic Fried Chicken, Dayton, Kentucky. You just go right across the bridge on 471. You get on Route 8, and you are there in a flash. They were super happy, super satisfied, and that shit was gone, Aaron, almost instantly. Like I got some dunkers for myself. So I went in Kelly's room and I sat down and I ate mine, and I came back out and there were like 5 empty styrofoam containers.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I've learned that nurses are a lot like media. If you put a bunch of free food in front of them, it is devoured in 2 seconds. So thanks to Shane, thanks to the good folks at Galactic. And I think I made them quite a few new customers from the 7th floor ICU at Good Sam today.
Nice.
Because the shit's delicious. That's how you know, right? Like if you bring everybody a bunch of free food and if they're just like, thanks, we appreciate it. Or if they're like, what was that? Where can I get that?
Yep.
So as always, much love to Shane. Mio's has done the same. I've taken Mio's a couple times to the nurses. And thanks to Mio's for hooking us up on that. And it pays to have friends that make good food. And it also is why we make sure before we partner with anybody, you better bring the heat. Not partner with anybody that doesn't bring the heat. If your food is mid, you're not going to sponsor Bearcat Journal.
Not for us.
No. I put too much stock in what people think of my food recommendations to have mid anything associated with our shows. But so thanks again to Shane. It was awesome. Great gesture. And the nurses loved it. And so will you. So get down to Galactic in Dayton, Kentucky. Tell them to pump it up. Save yourself 15%. All right. Interesting news today.
Well, and we're doing this only because what does Cincinnati have to do to beat Houston? Well, they have a 3.2% chance according to ESPN's FPI. Houston's got a 96.8% chance. We've seen this song and dance already once this season.
What else are we going to tell you about UC and Houston that you don't already know?
Good luck. You have to get hot and stay hot throughout the game. Also rebound.
Stop Sasser. Stop Mark.
Yeah.
Stop that freak of a human being, Jarris Walker, and then hope that one of like 5 other guys don't score 15 points on you. They only go 7 deep, but all 7 are a pain in the ass.
It's not going to be a fun night for the Bearcats. Even if they somehow pull out an upset, I don't think it's going to be a fun night as far as the game goes itself.
Well, if they pull out an upset, it'll be worth it. It'll be fun.
But it's not going to have been a fun battle.
No.
I sincerely doubt they'll feel it the next day.
Yes.
So
yeah, Brent will have his preview up tomorrow. What else about Houston do you need to know that we don't know already?
Somehow Brent will have a 5,000 word essay on it, though.
Yes, of course he will. So there was something interesting in Bearcat land today. This is, I think, the second year that this has happened. The WWE, what they kind of do now.
They said third year.
It's brilliant. It's the first year was COVID. So it was a lot different than like this is the first really
Fair enough, yeah.
The first 2 years that this has been like a major thing. The talent scouts for WWE travel around to as many of the Division I programs and even some of the smaller programs as they can get to. And they kind of put word out and they gauge interest to see if anybody has maybe that aspiration to get into pro wrestling, which is, I think it's brilliant because like,
I don't disagree. I'm just laughing at the fact that what happened, but go ahead.
So they visited the University of Cincinnati, and there is one athlete for the Bearcats that is now a WWE NIL athlete. And it is, for me, the one that you think of. If you would ask me who on this roster fits the mold of WWE athlete, it would be 6'8", 320-pound offensive tackle Cam Jones. He is now an NIL sponsored WWE athlete. And that is outstanding. Outstanding.
I agree.
Your thoughts?
I found this while I was on Twitter today, and I laughed when I saw it, and I was like, oh, I guess we have a WWE NIL athlete. I asked you to see what you could find out in regards to it, and you did a little bit of research from my understanding.
Well, I actually have known of this program because it to me, it's like, why wouldn't you find like female athletes in gymnastics or track and field, or male athletes in basketball and football and baseball, even, like,
right?
Those are potentially, these are already high level. And if you look, like, Roman Reigns was a D1 athlete, The Rock was a D1 athlete, The Big Show was a D1 athlete, like, and I'm guessing a bunch of the female talent. I don't know as much about that because I haven't really been into wrestling for 15 years, since The Rock and Stone Cold, and like when you had to watch it on Monday nights. But it's brilliant in terms of cultivating like interest down the road in what the future of the WWE looks like. And
but also, if you're trying to get other fans from other sports to cross over, why wouldn't you try and lure people who are already clearly into sports,
right,
doing a quick crossover from these fan bases who, if they're really bloodthirsty for their fan bases, they're going to tune in at least a couple times to see what their guy's doing.
Especially if the guy played and like was relevant and part of, like, an active part of the program. Cam Jones, look, man, he's from deep in the woods of Kentucky. He's 6'9". He's got a glorious mullet. Like,
he does.
He fits everything you would think when you think of like a WWE character. He already looks like a WWE character when you see him.
Yeah, if you played like design a character and you had somebody who looked like Cam Jones, I think you'd be feeling pretty good about the character you designed. Especially if you threw him in some flannel. Maybe he's walking out to the ring to some
with an
good old boy country, an axe over his shoulder, like the brawny man with a mullet, essentially.
Yeah. I think it's awesome. And I hopefully it opens the door down the road for others to follow this line. But it brought me to an interesting question. Congratulations to Cam, by the way.
Sure.
It brought me to an interesting question. UC athletes of the past, or people in and around UC athletics lore, that would have been good fits in the WWE. I have one that instantly jumps to my mind.
I have several.
I have multiple. I have one that, if I were to do a comparison of like a WWE legend from my childhood, I have one, and I'm curious of what you think.
Okay.
Brian Kelly as, who would you guess my comparison for Brian Kelly is?
The guy who came out with The Undertaker?
No. Paul Heyman? No.
Or who? No. Yeah, the little guy who was like his manager.
No.
With the squeaky voice?
Yeah, no.
That's
Bobby the Brain Heenan. Tell me that's not Brian Kelly.
I'm not familiar with who that character is.
You don't know Bobby the Brain Heenan?
I've
You're
never
not
heard
that
that
much younger than me.
I've never heard that one. Easy one for me would be Jason and Travis Kelce coming out as tag team partners.
Well, yeah, like, obviously.
That's the low-hanging fruit.
Yeah.
Juwan Briggs coming out as like a Mark Henry type. Strongest man in the world.
I think would have been really good from the previous roster. I bet Trey Tucker would have been a high flyer.
For sure. He and Tyler Scott could have probably been tag team partners as well. That's pretty funny.
Tell me that's not Brian Kelly.
Yeah.
Tell me that's not Brian Kelly. And the people that watched wrestling back then will know exactly. He was slimy. He was a manager. He was slimy and smarmy. He would be the guy that would like grab the guy's foot when the ref wasn't looking and he would fall down. Like he was the ultimate. Yeah.
That's pretty good. Who else would there be? I think Lorenz Metz could have been a pretty good character.
Yeah, just because he's giant, and those guys have always kind of had a place, like in the WWE.
And also, I mean, I think
German
play into the German and that. Just like they've always had a couple different guys at any given moment that would come out waving their own flag from where they're from and play into like their character being from another country.
Connor Barwin would have been a WWE.
Oh my god, he would have been like the animal.
Yeah, like he would have been perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Derek Wolf.
Oh yeah. Oh. he might still end up in the WWE, especially
he's
after
literally
killing a mountain lion with his bare hands.
He's actually going to wear the mountain lion out.
It's going to be he's going to get the fur.
Yeah.
With the head like over top of him. There's one in Bearcat basketball, right? Actually, probably two, but I can think of one immediately that I would love to have seen in WWE.
Yancey?
Air
okay.
Kicks. Air Kicks. Like he's right. He's like 6'4", 6'5", so he's right in that like. He's not a freak.
He had the frame for it.
Had the eyes and like the scary like, and he was a freak of an athlete. Super long wingspan. I think Hicks would have been an awesome WWE guy.
Yeah, that would have been pretty good. Who else? I mean, Fickle with his background of
in wrestling, yeah. He would have been like the Kurt Angle, annoying, you know.
I mean, I was gonna go with like Terry Bradshaw or something, or not Terry Bradshaw, but Bradshaw, the guy that one of the acolytes or whatever.
Yeah, he's also annoying. Like, yeah.
Yeah. especially when he crossed over and was doing like the cowboy hat thing and all of that.
Like, and what I mean by annoying is like that I'm a real wrestler. Like I'm a technical wrestler. I'm getting you in like pin moves and chokeholds and
what was the guy's name that was like the ice was it Iceman or I don't know. It was right around like the Chris Benoit era, and he was also a very technical wrestler. I can't remember.
I don't know. I'm going to need more than was he maybe the Iceman?
I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, it was just another technical wrestler, but
yeah,
dark hair. He was shorter. In any case,
Brady
would have been one for sure. He's a crazy person.
Yeah, Brady would have been like somebody's sidekick.
I see him as like
he'd have been somebody's hype man,
like Scotty Too Hottie.
Right, like like he's in the ring, like giving it one of these all the time. That was Brady's go-to move, right? Like shake the ring, shake the ropes.
Him and Fickle come out as Road Dogg Jesse James and
that would be a tag team. It'd be Fickle and Brady, and Fickle would be like the straight man, and Brady would be the hype man. Fickle would come out from under a rock.
Does that make you like one of the announcers, like Jerry the King Lawler?
I could definitely have been a WWE announcer.
Jerry the King Lawler, where you come out every now and then, get a cheap shot on somebody, and then go back to putting your headset back on.
Well, people don't real. Lawler was a great wrestler.
Yeah, back in his day until he wasn't. Or you could be like
transitioned into broadcasting.
Or like the my God,
JR,
yeah. The barbecue guy.
Yeah. I wonder if Oklahoma comes to town, if JR will come to town with them. He was at at least the game at Oklahoma when UC played there. He's a huge Oklahoma fan.
Okay.
So,
but yeah, I don't know. Maybe we have to throw this one back out there when we have a live feed to get everybody else's ideas. So keep that in mind for one of next week's
the BBP
shows.
Monday night. Yeah, that's a BBP. Royer, I bet Royer would dive head first. Royer would be
another one for sure. Yeah. Come out with a ceiling fan strapped to his back.
Did you see I saw you liked it. Somebody sent us a tweet today.
We were tagged.
A guy sticking his head in a ceiling fan and almost chopping his head off. Yeah, Jason Cooper. Good stuff.
Well played.
We didn't have a ton tonight, so I thought that would be a little fun.
I didn't want to talk about Houston and Cincinnati again. We'll see what happens, but I'm not feeling great about it.
Roll the ball out there. Go win the game. We'll talk about it live after the Bengals game. Or no, live Saturday night. Bengals game Sunday.
Win a big game.
It would be nice. It would make my experience on the Jucker Court message board a little more enjoyable. Get her done. All right, that's going to wrap it up. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. This is the Nightcap, brought to you by Galactic Fried Chicken, right here on BearcatJournal.com.
See ya!